Hi, everyone. Welcome to day 4 of our 30-day English study plan. You've made it this far, and I am so proud of you. Today, we are diving into modal verbs, specifically can, should, must, and have to. These verbs are really useful for expressing ability, giving advice, obligation, and necessity. By the end of this lesson, you will know how to use them to communicate clearly and confidently. Ready? Let's get started. Okay, let's start with using can. We use can to talk about ability or to ask for and give permission. For example, if you're talking about something you are able to do, you might say, I can swim. And if you need to ask for permission, you can say, can I leave early today? So can is great for talking about what you are able to do or when you need to ask for and give permission. So I can give permission by saying, yes, you can leave early today. Here is the structure of how we can use modal verbs. So we will start with the subject plus can plus your base verb and then the rest of your sentence. Here's an illustration. She can speak French. This is her ability to speak the French language. They can play the guitar. So this group of students can play the guitar. So we say they can play the guitar. To make it negative, we use cannot or can't. For illustration, I can't swim very well. Or they can't sing very well. Okay, next up is should. We use should when we are giving advice or making recommendations. Making recommendations. For example, if a friend asks for your opinion, you might say, you should take the job. Say your friend has applied for a job, a role in a company, and they've been accepted, or they've been given an offer, and then you may advise them by saying you should take the job. Or if you're giving yourself advice, you could say, I should study more. I should do my homework. So should is perfect for when you want to suggest or recommend something. Here is the structure of how we can use should. So you will start with the subject. So I, you, he, she, it, they, we, the subject, plus should, plus your base verb, and then the rest of your sentence. Here's an example. He should eat more vegetables. We should leave early. To form the negative, we say should not or shouldn't. So shouldn't is the contracted form. You shouldn't stay up too late. Yeah. Now let's move on to must and have to. These two are often used to talk about obligations or necessities, but there are some differences between them. Must is usually for strong obligations or rules that we impose on ourselves, that we give ourselves. For instance, I must finish this project by Friday. So this sentence tells us that this is very important, whether professionally or personally, this is an important project that you have imposed on yourself to finish by Friday. Have to is often used for external obligations or things that are necessary because of rules or situations. For example, I have to wear a uniform at work. This is required by someone else, by your boss, by the organization, by by someone else. Yeah. So it's an external requirement for you to wear your uniform. Got it. So while must feels stronger, have to is often about something outside your control. Here's the structure for how to use must. So you start with the subject plus must plus your base verb and then the rest of your sentence. Here's an illustration. You must follow the rules. For negative form, for must, to make it negative, we say must not or mustn't. So you mustn't be late for the meeting. And here is the structure for have to. So for have to, we use subject, have to, base verb, and then the rest of your sentence. An illustration would be she has to go to the doctor. For the negative, we say do not have to or don't have to, which is the contracted form. So we use this when something is not necessary. You don't have to wear a tie, for example. Let's quickly compare these modal verbs so you can see how they differ. Can. Use can for ability and permission. For instance, I can swim. Use should to give advice or to make recommendations. For instance, you should get some rest. Use must for strong personal obligations or rules. Here's an illustration. I must finish this today. And have to, use have to for external obligations or things that are necessary. For instance, I have to attend the meeting. To keep practicing, here is your homework for today. Write a short paragraph about your daily responsibilities using have to or must. Then write another paragraph giving advice to a friend using should. Pop it in the comment section down below and I will give you my feedback. That's it for today. You're doing amazing. And I hope you're feeling more confident using modal verbs. If this lesson helps you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Keep learning, keep growing, and join me tomorrow for day 5 of our 30-day English study plan. If you've just joined us, feel free to go back to day 1 and work your way back. Keep practicing. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.